Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about the different ways a covert narcissist parent grooms their children for abuse. So before I go deeper into the video, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel and hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So as we know that these covert or vulnerable narcissists are all the time playing victim, manipulating their kids, and keeping their kids into that never-ending mission of search and rescue. Kids searching them, kids feeling responsible to rescue their covert narcissist parent. So I mean, that's how things are with a covert narcissist parent, and of course they feel entitled, and they really have no empathy, whether it be their children or whether it be any of their supply, lover, partner, workspace, in any kind of a setup. So now let us understand, how do these covert vulnerable narcissists groom their children for abuse? So the first thing that they use is the cultural assumption, the cultural assumption of what parenting is and how parents are, and how parents should be treated. So definitely parents are the caregivers. They look after the kid, they raise them, they provide for their food, shelter, clothing, education, etc., etc., and they should be respected, and children should have gratitude towards them, and that's how it is, which is absolutely fine. I mean, that is how it should happen in a healthy setup. And parents do a lot for their children, and children should respect that. But that's the healthy side. But these covert vulnerable narcissists use those cultural assumptions and hide their abusive behaviors. These covert narcissists might get into verbal, emotional abuse, and again, remind you that parents are supposed to be respected. Well, I did beat you up, but I did beat you up to make you a good man. This is how they would react and say. They keep reminding their children for paybacks. In a healthy parent child relationship, there is no conversation about payback. Why does a parent have to keep on reminding the child? The child knows that if a parent has done, my mother has done, and I mean, I should do, if I'm capable, I should do it for my mother as well. And that's absolutely healthy, normal, usual, and that is how it is. But with these covert narcissists, they are going to guilt trip you, and they are going to practice all kinds of abusive manipulation tactics with their children under the guise of that good parent, and this is how parents are, and how parents should be respected and honored. So I mean, I do respect healthy parents, and it's absolutely amazing to be a parent, and it's absolutely amazing to have a healthy parent. As a child, it's amazing to have a healthy, protective, good parent. But things go really haywire, things turn really nasty when you have a covert vulnerable narcissistic parent, because they are going to all the time keep on playing victim, and they're going to parentify you, lots of emotional incest, and they're going to make you feel as if you are responsible and you should fix their problems, take them out of their misery, take them out of whatever shit they are into. So these covert narcissists are big time into exploitation. These covert narcissists are big time into manipulation and abuse of their children under that guise, that parents are like God's parent, needs to be respected, obeyed, and never disrespected and never said no to. So these parents, covert narcissistic parents have a lot of, unhealthy traits, unhealthy practice, in their parenting thing. So that is one of the ways how these covert narcissistic parent groom their children under the guise of cultural assumption, and how culturally parenting is seen, how parents are seen. So they do their tiny bits, they do their crazy bits of manipulation under that guise. Oh no, I am your mother, I am just doing it for your good. Oh no, I have done it, well you also have to do it for me. That is how society is, that is how cultures are. So they will keep on brushing their abusive behavior, brushing their exploitative behavior under the carpet, of that cultural assumption that exists. The next way how these covert vulnerable narcissist parents groom their children is by playing the paragon of virtue. See, everyone has flaws, everyone has good and bad in them. But these covert narcissistic parents, they have a lot of insecurities. They are insecure beings inside, and they build up that false self, and they live by it, that how amazing they were, how great they were, and how world has wronged them, and how world has betrayed them, and how if they would have had the opportunity, they would have been excellent parent, they would have had done more for their children, they would have had done more for their partner, and it goes on. Also, these covert narcissistic parents play victim, and by playing victim, they fabricate a story, and they present themselves as the paragon of virtue in front of the children. I have suffered so much for you, I have done this for you, I am the next god. And of course, in society we hear that parents are like a god, blah 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 blah, and all of that. And those statements are enough for these covert vulnerable narcissists, and they know how to use it and manipulate it and exploit you. As a normal parent, I will do things for my kid, and I'm not going to keep on reminding my kid. If I'm a poor parent, I'm going to do things as per my capability and as per my reach, and that's fine. I'm not going to go on putting it in my kids' mind that I have done so much and now you have to do it for me. I have done so much, that means I'm godly. I have got my flaws, I keep making mistakes, and everyone does. Humans have this tendency to do mistakes and learn from it. So what is this playing the paragon of virtue all the time, that I'm the righteous one, I'm the most virtuous one, I have done a lot and you have to worship me? This is absolute extreme hunger and craving and thirst for admiration. Every opportunity of playing victim and then using that victim card to further gaslight and further manipulate the kids into doing things what these parents want their kids to do. So I wouldn't do that. If I can, I would do whatever best I can for my kid, not with an intention of payback. I wouldn't be calculating and maintaining a diary and keep him reminded, hey, I did this, I did not have money, but still I did not wear good clothes, I gave you clothes. No, my kid did not mail me, my kid did not page me, or my kid did not send me a text message that mama, I want to come onto this planet, I want to come on earth, I want to be born in your family, or through you. I decided to have a child, and I do it as a mother, as a father, as a caregiver, parent. So constantly guilt tripping child and then trying to play very virtuous and playing victim at the same time, it becomes very, very, very difficult, and it has got a lot of bad effects on the childhood, because a childhood should be, filled with happiness, support, care, emotional support, encouragement, motivation, and not all these, payback stories and, countdowns and, ruminating about problems and playing victim card. That's not good. That really destroys children's childhood, and these children's really grow up to be, handicapped emotionally and mentally. So it's absolutely bad. The next way how these covert narcissistic parents groom their children for abuse is by constantly playing victim. Oh, I suffered this, I suffered that. You know what? Your grandmother used to torment me. You know what? Your father used to torment me. Oh, you have got no idea how much I used to do, in order to get the food on the plate. You have got no idea. See, the kid, let the kid grow, explore, and be happy, rather than, injecting all those negative stories in their mind. You're destroying a child, you're destroying their childhood, you're destroying their, mental position, mental development. So, all the time playing victim, I don't know, I mean, I think it's quite selfish to keep on playing victim and, uh, groom them just to do your bidding, just to do what you want them to do. That's absolutely selfish. That is not a healthy parenting. Well, I was also raised by a narcissist parent, but I wouldn't do the same thing that I experienced in my childhood. Yes, I did go through a lot of challenges. I mean, I went through a lot of pain and suffering, and when my child is adult enough or grown up enough, I'm going to tell him my story, but I'm not going to use my story to force him or manipulate him into doing things for me. I'm going to do my things, let him do and pursue his career and his happiness. I'm not going to guilt trip him and make him responsible, force him with that responsibility for doing things for me. So I mean, that is absolutely wrong. These narcissist parents leave no opportunity, and that's how things are with these covert vulnerable narcissists. The next way how these covert vulnerable narcissistic parents groom their children for abuse is that they operate within plausible deniability. So they don't do it in a very extreme and obvious way. They always keep on having that victim card with them, plus talking about the suffering and how others were doing and saying, and in between saying what they want to tell you, or what they want to tell their kids. So there is a lot of indirect form of manipulation, a lot of dismissal, minimization, then lots of gaslighting, triangulation, and they do this, they operate within that plausible deniability, is because they want to safeguard their image also. They don't want to be called out as demonic parent, as bad parent. They want to do it in such a way that they get what they want out of you. And if ever someone spots, or if ever someone questions them, or if you confront them as a child, if you confront them, they are going to easily get away. What? You took it way too far. No, I didn't mean that. I was just talking about them. I was talking about this. No, you took it in the wrong way. I was not talking about you. So they do it very smartly, these covert narcissistic parents. And this is all their grooming process, how they groom their children for their abuse, and to keep using their children as their supply. So yes, this was all about the different ways these covert vulnerable narcissists groom their children for abuse. In case if I have missed in something, you can always comment below, and till then, like, share, subscribe the channel, and please take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and stay away from narcissists. Bye.